Sound check is easy as pie, I tell you.
Pie's not that easy.
I guess.
And if we're talking about the American Pie, which was an hilarious movie from the early 2000s, or the sexual pie, that's difficult as well.
Or are we talking about cherry pie?
She's my cherry pie. Yo, what the
Some of
fuck
those songs,
what was he talking about?
everything from the 80s, 70s was just either about sex or drugs. So
It really was all innuendo, all of it.
all of it.
Everything about it was innuendo.
And that's why music and metaphors go together so well. You know?
Yeah, sure. It's a good way to talk freaking nasty. Real freaking nasty.
I've been dying laughing because all those little clips of like Smokey Robinson getting down. Like,
Isn't Smoke? Who? Never mind. I'm not going to go into it. Anyway,
are we just gonna jump right into the?
I think
into
we
the
should,
beginning?
right?
All right, then. Welcome everybody to Kasson Avenue. Yeah, we're doing it that way now. I'm your host Adam here with my brother Osama. Dog is here. The camera is the way it is, so of course no dog. This is episode number 173. We appreciate you tuning in, if indeed you are tuning in. Again, no feet. So, like he said last week, I'm just in socks, bro. You can't even tell.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I ain't put no shoes on.
Son of a bitch.
I was gonna put on my Bel Airs, right? Because I was like, yeah, my favorite pair probably that I own. But I was like, what's the point? Can't see it anyway, you know.
Speaking of shoes,
I'll leave them shits in there for now, and then I bust them out sometime. And just once spring decides to be here because it's cold and
it's
snowy.
a little bipolar in the way.
Not even. It's been just polar.
Well, not really.
It's barely been bipolar.
I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, you know what, man? I'm really ready for it to get warm. I was like, I know it hasn't been cold, but it hasn't been like pleasant either.
It has been kind of cold though. Yesterday was
not
pretty cold.
The whole winter. We've had a
no. But like it kind of like staggered itself and decided to be cold later. I don't know.
I'm really afraid of that. Actually, I'm afraid April's going to be a real wintry type of month.
I feel like it's gonna be a warm month, to be honest.
Hey man, I hope you're right.
Well, we've had years where it's been like cold into.
Yeah, we get dumped on, literally, not literally, but literally kind of.
And pause were applicable there as well.
Yes. I can't believe nobody's ever shit on your chest. Yeah, maybe that's why we're not getting monetized. We come right out the gate with some real raunchy shit.
Yeah, it wasn't that raunchy.
That's true.
Let's talk about how cold it is.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be cold, you know?
So what's up with you, man?
Shit, you know. I got a humidifier now, or a air purifier.
Yeah, purifiers are nice, man.
Yeah.
They make you really.
It was like half price, so I was like, I'm buying this.
You realize how you're like, man, my air must have been filthy.
I thought that with the breathing issues that I've experienced over the last year, that maybe cleaning the air in my house is not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'd have thought that was probably one of the first steps you would have taken.
Well, the first thing I did, actually, I bought a humidifier around that time.
Did you put it in?
I did, but it just didn't really do.
Ish, I don't know. Depends on what.
It just didn't really do much. Bottom line, I didn't feel any better. So
I think it's meant for I think what that will heal is, when your nose gets real dry, like you got the heat on and shit. I think working in unison, right? They tag.
That's
team
as one.
They would tag team you really well, and they would, they'd work it out.
Listen, I don't know what you said, but it sounded really gay. So.
Well, I'm talking about what a humidifier and air purifier would do to you. Like if like the machines had woken up.
Yeah, but don't ever tell me they're tag teaming me again.
Hey, do you ever think that it would be? Do you ever think that those movies where like machines come alive, like toasters and like I don't know what a toaster would do to me. Like it would really have to make me compromise my own self to really take advantage of its powers. If it were to
Beauty and the Beast.
What, oh, the
the alarm clock.
But that was a cartoon. I'm like talking about.
No, they have like a real life version or whatever you call it.
I would never watch that.
But it's Emma Watson.
So. Fuck that got to do with. Listen, I haven't
I'm just
watched.
Telling you that they have a live action version. Like I still haven't watched the Lion King live action.
I wouldn't watch that either. I don't think.
Why not?
I mean, you kind of do. Just watch the Discovery Channel.
But it's the same story, it's just in live action.
Except it's not his his brother, which is fucked up. It's poachers.
They got Timon and Pumbaa and all that, you know. The Ween Boy.
They made their own movie for Timon and Pumbaa, didn't they? It's like Ren and Stimpy.
Did they?
That's like they should have a game like, you know, Marvel versus Capcom. It should be like Timon and Pumbaa versus Ren and Stimpy. They're pretty comparable.
Yeah, kind of. But I think Ren and Stimpy would just lose, you know.
Yeah, but not really, because like
idiot.
you would expect that. But they say like the most dangerous predator on the planet is like a house cat.
Sounds false. Sounds like they're
man.
anything is the most dangerous predator to whatever it hunts.
No, house cats are crazy, man. Those guys that got it made, and they still go fucking. It's like a rich kid with all the money who still goes and fucks up everything he touches.
I guess.
I don't know, man. A house cat doesn't need to fucking hunt you.
But
He doesn't, but he still does. You ever watched the house?
Is it
You ever
dangerous?
seen them? Well, not to you. Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, if you fall asleep and he's able to like.
I mean, listen, I don't like cats anyway.
Cats got them hands too.
I mean, fuck cats. You know, there's only like a couple of cats that I met in my life that I'm like, you're a cool cat.
Do you think that?
The rest of them are assholes, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what if you had
I'm a dog person all day.
How would it be if we literally lived in unison with other animals?
That's the name of your show today, huh? Unison.
I've said
in
it
unison.
again.
Yeah, you did.
Oh man, we could say that in unison.
I've done it again.
Hot damn. No, so we were talking about before the cameras were on the idea that bears are too cute, right? And they draw you in with the cuteness, and then they take those big ass paws and just put them on you.
They're not so cute when they're old. When they're like cubs.
I'd always, dude, I would love to have a bear, old or young.
If you can like set a camera up and like watch them in their glory, right? Because the video you showed me was the bear scratching his back on the tree.
Yeah.
There's hilarious things, but I don't want to be. Close
Humans
enough
are
to
pussies.
One, you know?
We could never scratch our back bear on the tree.
Well, no, that would be terrible. Plus, bears are covered in fur. To be fair.
Yeah,
you know?
but we're covered in clothes.
Well, you
It's
said
not
bear.
Yeah, but that's part of them. The clothes.
bear
are
is not
something-
bear.
We have to put clothes on. Like we have to hide ourselves. Do you ever think about that? Animals just get to walk around in public all.
I
naked,
have thought about
willy-nilly.
that. You know, it's just like he said in Superbad. It'd be great if like girls weren't so freaked out and they just wanted to see them and we could just walk around with them.
like horse.
He's like, what I do is I
horses.
flip my boner like behind my waistband. He's like, it works and it totally feels awesome.
I haven't watched Superbad in a long time, but think about it. Like, look how horses just run around. It seems like there should be a better name for horses, like plural, right? Like, you know how many things like geese or goose, and it should be like horses. I don't know, man. I'm trying. I'm reaching, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit because I mean, at least we
But
had
anyway-
a solution to that wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't
worse
come up
than
with
the
anything. Yeah,
original.
it was pretty bad. I didn't even have a suggestion. But like horses, they get to just walk around and like their dick just be swinging like this.
Yo, my dog walks around the house without pants on. I have to be in pants.
Yeah, but at least you should. Well, assumedly, hopefully.
Well, yes,
you're
but
not
I'm just-
you don't got. You're not in battle.
But I'm just saying, like, why doesn't he? He should have pants.
Are your glasses cracked?
No,
Turn this way. Oh no, okay, maybe not. It's just light. I was like, God damn, dude, buy some
like-
glasses.
Nah, these are new.
I know, but I was just worried for you. But anyway, like imagine
appreciate the concern,
having a
bro.
horse, right? Who's like definitely probably got a bigger dick than like most men, right?
Assumedly so.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're not, man, like well on to you. I mean, that's horse dick is pretty big, man.
And that is the Kasson Avenue, people.
I mean, if you've ever watched any nature show, that's it. Horses are fucking like
I went and saw one of those shows, and it's a
it's-
woman fucking a horse.
it's
and you
almost-
get there, and it's a woman fucking a horse.
But like, it's almost like they're comedically like well endowed, right? So if God exists, right? Because I like to play devil's advocate, and like, what if he doesn't? But if he does,
Well,
right?
the devil can't have an advocate if he doesn't exist, and he can't exist if God doesn't exist. He say.
Wouldn't the devil's advocate be like his friend? Like he just tells him things that he should know.
Yeah, he advises him.
Why would the devil's advocate be like the
Or he
opposite?
advocates
of
for the devil?
what, I don't know. But anyway, so like imagine if so God's up there, right? And he's drawing us up, right? The models. You know how like you would draw the blueprints for a house? He's like sitting there drawing dicks. Like, how are he gonna like what size are these guys gonna be, right?
Another
and
super bad thing.
And he gets to the point of
just drawing a mean, veiny looking motherfucker.
mean, veiny motherfucker. So he gets to the point of, horses, right? And he's like, it'd be really funny is if I let men ride horses, but horses let them ride them because they have larger dicks than they do, right? Imagine just walking next to a horse, right? Like, what if women like?
I'll let you be on this ledge alone, man.
I'm just saying, it's hilarious to me that God made horses with bigger dicks than men. Horses don't need dicks that big. They don't even fuck like we fuck.
They do.
They kind of do, actually.
They 100%
Actually,
fuck like
we kind of fuck like they fuck. I mean, if you got a bigger dick than me, I pretty much follow what you do, right? I mean, that's just the way it's gonna be. Like, you know what? He's walking around a little bit more.
I mean, they do things doggy style. I don't think horses get missionary.
No, it's not doggy style. If it's horses, it's horsey style.
Yeah, but it's essentially doggy style.
It's horsey style.
He mounts him from the back type of thing.
Yeah, but horses are mounting from the back too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dogs got little dicks, man. If you're talking about
you know any extra large condoms, you got a little dick.
If you want to start talking about what you should start calling positions, doggy style should definitely be horsey style.
I think what we wonder, like, why don't we have a following? Whole story.
There's plenty of people, I'm sure, that this is intriguing.
That they've thought about. Like,
yeah,
horse
like
dick and
next time I'll be like horsey style. Like that's what it should be. Following what dogs do.
It's the style. It's not like a dog. It's
I've seen cats like lynx or whatever having sex, right? So, but like, so
what are you be watching?
like, there's these YouTube nature channels, right? Or not even that.
That's what you watch on YouTube?
Facebook reels and shit. So like, he was like they were doing it horsey style, right? And that's got to be the name of this episode. Anyway,
in unison,
horsey style. So they were doing it horsey style, but he took it one step further. I was like, that's a good strategy. So he bit her on the neck, right? So she couldn't move nowhere. I was like, yo, they are fucking right now.
That only happens in the animal kingdom,
but
where
they
bite bitches on the neck,
like just out of nowhere, just She looked like she was cool with it too, man. Like, this is what they usually do, I guess. We'll
try that one day.
So remember, you gotta fuck horsey style and bite the back, like the neck fat though. It's like the neck, it's the fat underneath the neck. So you can't bite the neck because it's usually not as fat. Depends on what kind of girls you're into, right? But
get it on like the angle, right where the traps are.
Yeah, but that seems like you're biting muscle. You want to bite like the excess fat because it's like when you pick.
Yeah, but people don't typically have fat in their neck. You're just gonna bite through like a.
I don't know.
Important part of their body, like an artery or something.
Well, nobody told you to like eat them. It's like when like you pick up a cat by the neck or a dog by the neck.
They don't like that.
They don't, but you can because it's mad skin there, right?
Yeah, you got a lot.
He got a lot of skin. You don't want to pick him up.
He has like a mane there.
He weighs like 75 pounds. That's like just trying to rip his skin off, essentially.
Pull a muscle out of my back trying to pick his ass up anyway.
Yeah, you ain't got the muscles for that yet.
Hey, check yourself. All right. I've been to my weightlifting shit.
That's cool.
Anyway, man, you want to tell your work story?
Oh man, okay. So here's the thing, right? There's many mysteries to toilets. How come on one hemisphere it goes clockwise and the other one it goes counterclockwise?
That's like the only mystery, really. To me,
you ever heard of like snakes coming up from the toilet in like those like rural areas
in Australia?
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
place.
I'm not going.
Yo, Australia seems like a place that humans migrated to, and the indigenous folk there were big ass insects and rodents.
I've seen like hot chicks that came out of Australia, and that's cool.
There'd be hot chicks in Australia,
there do, but I'm not trying to go to Australia.
I wanted to a long time ago, and then I remembered that there's better places.
Not that there's better places.
No offense to Australia.
If you go to like the coastal places in Australia, like the water is like the bluest you're ever gonna see, right?
No, I don't think that's true. I've seen some pretty blue water, man. It was almost like they painted the floor of the ocean blue.
I'm just saying, from what I've seen, right? I've never been there, so whatever. It's also a very long flight that I'm not trying to really take. But no, there's just all the.
That is a long flight.
The species of things that exist there, straight man. I don't need it.
Mac's been there. He was holding wombats.
Yeah.
He said
koala.
He said they put down fucking a kangaroo like in front because apparently kangaroos are like
they're like fucking squirrels.
They're running rampant out there, you know.
They said they're like squirrels.
So you're basically shooting this big ass thing. I don't know. I don't like killing animals.
They say a lot of the roadkill you find out there is kangaroos.
I wonder if people eat kangaroo meat.
I don't know. I feel like they consider them a rodent.
Yeah, right. Like it's like a rat, but it's like a human size, which is weird.
And it like I just always picture it with boxing gloves on now since Tekken.
I told you.
No, man.
But I'm gonna still beat the shit out of a kangaroo.
I don't think so.
I told you they don't got lateral movement like you got. They can only move backwards and forward.
They got to survive out in the wild. You know what I mean? Like you get to live in a house. They're fighting for their life. They out here like fuck you. Should have been bobbing and weaving.
I'm the asshole that's driving up and down the road, stopping and fighting random kangaroos. You want to fight, motherfucker? I heard about you. No, I don't. And they run away. And
I don't think they're gonna fight and run away.
I don't know.
They're just gonna serve you a quick 2-piece.
I don't think they are. All I got to do is step to the side. I told you they don't got lateral movement like that.
They'll throw you an overhand right in the hook. And
they usually got this baby in their pouch and shit.
No, they don't. It's not something like
it comes out like what the fuck, and I steal off that shit too.
I think they're more dangerous if they have a baby in their pouch.
Is it bad if you punch animal babies if they're attacking you? Because I mean, I heard it's bad to punch babies.
I mean, if anything is attacking me and my hands are free, I'm punching you probably,
If anything's attacking you?
If you're attacking me and I feel like there's malicious intent behind it and you're trying to hurt me,
if it's a child, you're just gonna work the ribs like but out.
Nah, just right in the head. Just
like in Ted?
Yeah.
Okay, so my story is at work the other day, it seemed like the hot water heater was stuck on like scorching.
Stuck on stupid.
It was basic. It was hot, man. Like I'm washing dishes and I'm like, yo, this water is just super hot. So I would try to turn it down, and there was no turning it down. It was on fire. So
and you wash dishes at work?
Well,
your ass still don't even have a dishwasher at home. You gotta wash dishes everywhere you go.
I mean, you gotta wash your dishes. You nasty.
I mean, just rinse it out, and then you can take care of it when you get to the house.
Yeah, or
most of your day you're not even in the office.
I keep two. I am actually. I'm like in the office probably 3 hours a day. I eat breakfast in the office every morning, and I eat lunch. I eat multiple meals at work.
Hey man, listen.
So I keep I keep 2 bowls at work, and just because that's how I eat out of my lunch.
Okay.
So it's a shared space. Our office has if you walk into it, part of the office is the kitchen. We have a stove, we have a microwave, we have refrigerator.
Just like in a house.
But it's not like a break room you would catch in it's not a break room. It's like our office. We're separated. The way my job is we're a different department from other spots. So just like any other place, but we're so separated. We have our own office. They built into our place when they moved our department there. So they put in a kitchen literally in the office. It's not like I got to go to the break room.
It's like a studio apartment.
Yeah, kind of.
Word. Gotcha.
Actually really close to it, actually. But anyway, so I had washed some dishes after lunch, right? A couple of the bowl, and I put it away. Man, the water's hot. I went and did some other things. I was like, man, you know what? Got to take a shit. So I went and did that. And midway through, I did a courtesy flush because I decided that might be appropriate. Okay? I took that flush, did what I did, and then out of nowhere, this warm whoosh of water. Water. I'm not
splashed with hot water on his ass.
I didn't get splashed. I'm sorry. I didn't get splashed. It the heat.
That's nasty if that happens in a toilet. A public toilet.
Yeah. Well, it's not like a public toilet as much.
It's nasty when it happens in your own toilet.
Yeah.
When it happens at a public toilet, it's nasty.
The splash? Yeah, that's terrible. But no, this wasn't like a splash. It was like the water that had regenerated in the toilet came with a lot of heat with it. So it pushed this warmth up to my ass. It was kind of pleasant. Right? I'm not gonna say it was the worst.
See, all the things that you've talked about in the last couple weeks about gay, this is pretty close.
I mean, I didn't.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I mean, people get bidets.
Not word, but
that's literally a
that wasn't
water
anything to do with the bidet.
Butt.
That was like you had a steam up your ass. Is what you did.
No, I didn't steam anything. You're misinterpreting it.
Nah, I know.
The water did it.
I hear you, but you still were on the receiving end.
That sounds terrible. Anyway, you ruined my story. Just so you know, the water can come up from the heat. The heat can come up from water in your toilet, and it will warm your butt up. That's all I got for you.
Nice.
That was a good story.
That was a good rhyme. I wanted to just address this for 2 quick seconds. You know how fucked up Cook County in Chicago is? Let me just tell you something, all right?
Pretty.
Illinois, Pritzker, whatever, JV Pritzker, whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah.
He signed something in place that said that there is a mandatory leave for any reason in Illinois, right? Like from your job, if you need to go on leave. Except in Chicago and Cook County. Fuck does that happen?
Listen,
I only paid attention to it because, like, you know, my homepage for work is MSNBC.
Whoa.
And
you're an adult.
No, that's the only place I get my news from. I don't watch the news. So
I don't either.
So like whenever there's a story that breaks, like breaking news pops up at the bottom, and I'm like, oh, what is that? And then so that was one of the things, and I was like, Illinois decided to put in place mandatory leave for workers, except here, like the main metropolis of the state.
Well, most of the state is a red state, so.
What kind of bullshit is that? Is all I'm saying.
Well, have you driven through the rest of the state? There's like
like
a few hundred miles down the road,
hills have eyes.
There's that gigantic cross. It's like a massive cross. It's not like wood where you could just kind of like put it together. This took some crafting, man. Like it's gigantic. It's like, you know, those silos of water. Mm-hmm. It's like that size, and
those are always kind of scary, you know.
Those silos?
Like, are they filled with water and things? Because what if like the big ass?
Yeah, I know, but I've never once thought it was a scary.
I don't know how much water is in them. I guess. I imagine a lot.
Usually they need that water, so there's water in them. I don't know to what extent, but what else would be in there?
Well, what if they're not structurally sound, you know, and then it just breaks, and then all of a sudden now
that's
got some issues on their hands.
That can be an issue. You know what? Actually, now that you mentioned that, I was at a station out in the field for work, and I had parked in this lot, and I looked up, and they were like, for a while they were constructing something. I didn't know what it was, but at a certain point, you started to see what it became. Like, you know, if you can imagine those silos going up, and it's like a plate essentially until they form the rest of it. It's like
one of those slow feeders that you put in a plant.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I was looking up there, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I seen these guys. Yo, people who tether themselves to like anchors high up in like those like iron workers. Yo, those motherfuckers.
Well, they make good money doing them.
They do, but man, you got to have balls of steel.
Yep.
You got to have like what I would assume horse balls would be like. Right? Like
back to the horse anatomy.
No, I mean, I would assume that they've got like I would think that the bigger the Johnson, the bigger the meatballs, huh?
You would think so. But what if it's not, you know?
That would be funny to have a big dick, small balls.
Or the other way around.
Big balls, small dick. Whoa. That would be fucked up.
On Marshall Mathers LP,
like
Eminem said that. He said 80-pound balls, dick 6-inch long, you know?
Yeah, that's
80-pound balls is too much.
Man,
there's just a lot of tension pulling from your.
You gotta have some strong legs for that. It's like
your scrotum itself got to be strong.
You're doing squats all the time. Farmers carries.
You got to be careful how low you squat. I'm imagining 80-pound balls is sagging quite a bit.
Sagging a lot, man.
Touch the floor.
I'd assume that they get saggy quick too. Like if you had 8-pound balls, man, it'd probably take a year before them shit's touching the ground, right? The skin stretch is pretty nasty.
Yeah, fuck all that. I don't want that in my life ever. Cool with where I'm at, man.
But those iron workers gotta have big balls too, right? So I was actually looking at,
but that's a metaphorical big balls. You know?
So the same way I seen like all those these other videos you asked me about Facebook, right? They were showing them put the antenna up on the Sears Tower.
Yeah.
For those who are younger or.
And know that it's not the Willis Tower?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Willis?
It's named the Willis Tower now, but anyway.
It's not. On the outside.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, it technically is. But when they were putting the antenna up there, right? So they had this big-ass helicopter flying all the way up there, hanging, like hovering above the antenna with the next part of it dangling. Probably, I don't know, 75 feet of whatever. And he was hovering above the antenna, and these iron workers are up there trying to... And mind you, the Sears Tower is like 1,100 feet or some shit like that.
It's quite high up.
Actually, can you double check that? Because I don't want to be wrong there. But it's a lot. It's really high. So these guys are up there anchored. They're anchored to the antenna part, right? And Adam, I mean, when I say this shit is crazy, they're like literally just doing this.
1,450 feet.
Yeah, so they were more than that up there. And then I don't know if it counts the antennas or before the antennas.
I don't know.
But so they're literally up there like maneuvering it, just trying to like fit it in the hole. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's scary.
I mean, I don't know, to not be. I'm sure that there's got to be, maybe the adrenaline is more there than the fear. I don't know. You got to be a certain individual.
Yeah, I mean, heights are scary.
Listen, we did skydiving last year. I do plan on doing it again this spring, actually. But I mean,
don't look before you jump, but then look while you're jumping.
No, dude. I told you when we opened the door, he's like, "All right, now you're just gonna open the door, turn, and dangle your feet off." That for like 10 seconds, I was just looking down.
Like, oh shit, we're pretty fucking high.
I told you it was strangely calm. It was a strangely calm moment. Like even when he opened the door up, like you would assumed that I can't hear him talk. I mean, it was like kind of one of those like quiet but like intense moments. I don't know. He opened it up and I'm able to look 10,000 feet down, and it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, yeah. I'm down.
I can't imagine these
It's not
guys.
Something I've ever been like, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm down.
But I can't imagine these guys that are up there just kind of like tethered, like anchored up to this place where and then you're just kind of trusting. I mean, I know they have like multiple fail safes, right? Like there's a couple of points they're tethered to just in case. But like, man, the idea that you look down and you're just kind of like basically free dangling.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is kind of like, a bit more of a somber turn, but did you watch the Humans Joe Budden thing with the guy?
Not yet. No. I've been meaning to.
That's a crazy story, man.
I can't imagine it.
So he's the 9/11 surfer, for those who are wondering what the hell I'm talking about. And it's just a guy who, he basically was like free falling on a block of cement, and he survived when the Twin Towers when it came down, and just the way he tells the story is fucking nuts, man. It's just real fucking crazy.
I'm gonna have to listen. Maybe I'll listen to that today.
I won't ruin it for you. Then we can talk about it.
Did you watch it or listen? Watch it. I want to watch it because
I watched and listened.
I'd like to see because I know Joe Budden's kind of like he
didn't even really talk a lot. Like honestly, he got emotional listening to the story.
He just listened to the guy talk.
He listened to the guy talk. He asked whatever, a couple questions, but like realistically, the story is the story. It's what
so far, my least favorite is the guy. The other, what was the dude?
The Steve Madden.
Yeah, I ain't like that.
I didn't really care much for that story.
He was like really.
He just needed to get a show.
He was really racy in that one, wasn't he? I was like, oh, what the fuck?
I was just like, I don't really care about his story.
No, it doesn't matter to me.
But this story is just interesting. It's like
because they did the what's his name? O'Brien. The guy who killed Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
He had another one too. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. There was another. Oh, the one with the guy who took. The
12-hour Antarctic.
12-day walk or 12-hour walk or whatever.
It was 12 days, I think.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. So that was good. That's why that Stephen Madden one wasn't on par. Yeah. I think he needs to go with these more extreme subjects.
This shit was extreme.
No, I can only assume.
First of all, you're talking about like a cement block. So they were on like the 40th something floor when the cement block broke. Like as the floors were leveling, that one like broke off, and he was on it like tucked in the corner. And I mean, obviously, you imagine cement falling from the sky, and he's on that block, and somehow he just got out of it damn near unscathed.
Damn, I got.
I think he had like a broken foot or some shit like that, but that was about it.
Holy shit!
It's crazy. So go watch that. I mean, I'm not Joe Budden hasn't put me on the payroll, but you should still go and watch that.
I will say I'm kind of like, I don't know, man.
You ever think when he says, "I know, I'm aware of all y'all out there," that we're one of them people?
Once in a while, it occurs to me, but I doubt it. It's not us because I don't.
I mean, we've tagged him enough on Instagram.
I tag him a lot, but like, I don't think so.
It's on the JBN, man.
I don't think he does. I'm be honest. I don't think anybody does.
JBP, the JBP.
If I'm being perfectly honest, it just I mean I wouldn't. It could happen, right? It could happen, but again, I don't know that's something has to be tweaked for that to occur. Yeah. Don't know what it is, but we got to kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit.
Yeah, we'll figure all that out.
Reassess some stuff.
Rest in peace, Lance Reddick.
Yeah, yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
He's man, what's his name in The Wire? I wish I could remember. But he's
Yeah, I don't remember what his name was there, but I knew him more from Fringe.
oh, see, I knew him from The Wire.
Fringe is a pretty good show.
Okay.
And then he was
He was what's his name in
John
Wick.
Yep.
The hotel attendant essentially.
He was in Lost.
And
Yeah.
apparently he did a lot of voice acting too.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Things I heard in video games as well. I think Uncharted or something close to that.
Makes sense.
You know.
A lot of them, like since GTA, they kind of like have went in the way of hiring like actual actors to do a lot of the voices.
Yeah.
There's just that familiarity that helps sell. You know?
Yeah. Like that voice sounds something familiar. Like
Yeah,
maybe
that was very surprising. Because I was watching some shit yesterday, and at the end of it, it just popped up with, like a
Rest in
loving
peace.
memory, and I was like, when the hell did he pass? And I looked, and I was like, just fucking now, pretty much. It's crazy. And I guess while we're on the RIP thing, I'm not too familiar with this guy, but Akon's artist Costa Titch,
Nah, I don't know who that is.
he was he collapsed on stage, and a
shit.
couple hours later he passed away.
Damn.
So yeah, rest in peace to both of them. And then we can move to less somber things. Drake and 21 Savage. It's all a Blur tour.
21. I've been listening to a lot of older Drake lately, actually. Not gonna lie. Did I tell you I've been listening to my iPod too?
Yeah, last week you were
Yeah. So I've been
looking for the aux cord.
So I've been listening to the iPod a little bit more too. Just like older stuff that I didn't remember I had, and songs that you don't remember even existed until you kind of shuffle the iPod around and just listen. Because man, I had a lot of music. That was a really dope era in music because you were able to put everything together.
I mean, that isn't, a lot of people I think are still on it, you know?
I don't think many people carry an iPod anymore. I don't do iTunes other than like.
It depends, because like it's a nice, like, obviously to have I hit the table.
Oh my God.
Like obviously I have an iPhone and it's 256 gigs and I have all my music on there, but if you want to go to the gym, for instance, and not be messed with by your phone, you can just have the music. You know, obviously you can I don't know, whatever. There's something to it.
I mean, I'm a big,
and just a little circle and turn it on the volume. You know?
yeah, it's nostalgic. Really playing around with the wheel and hearing it, the click.
I remember when I lost mine.
Yeah, I've thought about that from time to
Saddest
time.
time
That
ever.
was a fucked up thing. I felt so bad for you, dude. I
very
felt
sad.
so bad for you.
Somebody out there came up on an iPod.
Brand fucking new too.
Pretty much.
In that
It was like a
case,
month old.
and they got that cool ass case.
Yeah, it's fuckers. Oh well. That's
my-
what happens, man. You don't have it engraved. Nobody knows who belongs to you.
Nobody's gonna give you back anyway.
The come up. Round of applause for Death Row's catalog now available on the DSPs.
Oh,
Thanks
that's
to,
cool.
to
It
Snoop
never
Dogg.
was?
Dog. Evidently not.
Damn, goes to show you how much I cared about that.
It says Snoop Dogg reaches new deal to release solo albums and Death Row catalog. Snoop is Snoop's doing everything right for Death Row, man. Gotta give it to him. Since he became the controlling owner of Death Row, he basically tried to make sure all the artists getting paid,
Well, that's
getting
good.
everything taken care of.
That's good. That's important.
Yeah, I would
Indeed.
certainly agree.
Especially when they contributed so much. A lot of artists that didn't get their just due. Like the idea that De La Soul's getting it now is awesome, and unfortunate that we lost one of them. But you know, at the very least, the recognition came, and he was able to see that. So
Yeah, the whole everything involving Suge Knight and Tupac and all that just overshadowed a lot of what's happening with the artists. You know. Oh, we got to talk about that fucking that dude. I saw the video where that guy was like, "Oh, Jay-Z wasn't the best artist in any particular year."
you just came across it.
Nah, I watched it literally the next day after we talked about
I'm
it.
saying, how did you just randomly?
It
see
was on a YouTube short.
That's kind of that's where I saw it.
I was
too.
like, "Yo, okay, listen. First of all, one of those years, he said the Eminem show."
that was maybe the most questionable one I remember.
I was like, "What are you talking about? That's
I
disrespect."
wish we had it now so we can hear him talk about it and we can deliberate.
He basically just said that there's no year in Jay-Z's run that he was the best artist. He said 96.
96 ways I made out Montana way, the good FELLA verbal AK spray. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just a little. It was written Nas.
I don't know, man. Listen, I was some of the things that he put forth as reasons why Jay
Yeah,
wasn't
but
on the top
I think
was questionable to
there's
me.
an argument. I think 80% of those.
And I'll say this: when you go like 96 and you say Pac, if you go back to that time frame, okay,
Pac was winning that year.
if you're on the East Coast, you're not saying that. In hindsight, sure, but on the East Coast, you're not like, oh yeah, Pac was running the game, no, because there was just too much of a beef back and forth. So
True, but I don't know. There's something about Tupac.
Hindsight.
He got love a lot, but I don't know. I mean, listen.
He was originally from New York.
A lot of music is subjective anyway, right? A lot of the opinion that comes with it. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care. I think
I just got 10 number one albums, maybe now 11. That's hard to.
if you want, like, I don't even. Did we even introduce the idea of what we were talking about just now? Like this.
Yeah, so there's a guy on YouTube. I don't know where he posted it initially, but that's where I saw it. And he basically was saying, I said it. You know, he said that Jay-Z was not the top artist in any 1 year.
In any 1 year that he's been an artist, essentially, and then he kind of put together a year by year video, essentially saying.
Which, mind you, he did not elaborate on any of the things that he said. He just said who was on top.
Well, if you knew who was on top, you knew who was on top.
I mean, 97, he literally just said Biggie died. Okay.
Yeah, but Biggie dying was a big part of. It was like pretty impactful. You know,
it
like,
was.
I think the Biggie and Pac years were really hard to kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess get past.
And some of the people who he credited with having the biggest year, it was kind of disrespectful to some other artists who existed
like
outside of Jay-Z.
Luda.
Well, no,
he gave the Luda years. He gave the Wayne years.
Yeah.
You know, he gave
There was a lax run. There was a fucking.
But I don't think. Yeah, but that not like that.
So like when you were talking about going through,
he gave the 50 Cent years. I think 50 Cent had 2 years.
Right? I don't even think. I don't think he even said anything about.
Yeah, he said 50. I think 03 though, but I give 50, 03, 04 probably.
There was a T.I. run.
There was T.I. I think he said T.I.
I don't know, man.
He did. Are you just forgetting? And now maybe he did a
terrible job with that.
Maybe he did a good job.
He did a really shitty job with it.
All right, well, we'd agree to disagree then.
So you agree that every year?
Not every year, but a lot of the years. I just do.
I'll find it and we'll talk about it more in depth. This is like the years that I'll write them all down or something so we can go over them, more fully. But yeah,
do that next pod.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I don't think it's true.
Well, I mean, we can discuss it objectively and just see what goes.
We sure can.
Stay tuned on the next pod.
Yeah, pretty much. Because where are we at now, time wise?
I think like 36 minutes. We got some time.
Are you sure? Because I thought it was like 11:30 when we were.
No, we got it.
All right. KD is out for a couple games.
Well, he was out. He has been. He has been. He hurt his ankle during a shootout, warm-ups. A lot of players have been getting hurt.
It's the end right now. It's like the end of the regular season. Important stretches.
More importantly, players that are going to be out, Ja Morant's out for, they said, 8 games. But they said because
on his own
because of this. Yeah. Well, because of this, though, he said he's going to possibly not make the NBA first team. And because of that, he'll miss out on like a large number, like millions of dollars in bonuses.
Fucking up.
I read that somebody, was it NBA YoungBoy was attached to Ja Morant in a branding deal with, I forget what brand, but he lost money because of that now.
There's a running joke on JBP too. He's like, I'm not messing with any of the NBA young boys.
Dude. But like, so now he's suspended for that long, but I don't know, like he did an interview with Jalen Rose and was talking about like, Jalen, whose gun was it? I was like,
it wasn't even. I didn't even call that a gun. This thing was this big.
Still a gun, though. Still a gun.
I know, but he just looked like an even bigger fool because of that.
He should, but he shouldn't have been doing that regardless.
At least we're gonna hold a gun, and have a gat. You know what I mean? Like, what's that?
A speeder gat.
You gotta have a blammer, not a fucking whatever you call this little shit.
Please,
you gotta have like a finger gun.
Please ignore my little brother. Please ignore.
Motherfucker was like pew pew.
And like in Harlem Nights, wasn't it? He's like, "Would you stop shooting that little motherfucker?" Hey, stop shooting! Stop shooting! That's what he said.
I still have that made me reminded me of the Marlon Wayans has a stand up out. Still haven't watched Chris Rock stand up.
I gotta watch.
So I'm behind on a couple of important stand ups right now.
I have been, like I've been telling you, I was watching The Last of Us, which is a pretty good show. If you're not aware, The Last of Us is I guess it's a mini series they put together. But
I don't know what to call it mini. This shit is long as fuck.
I don't think it's a mini series. They got 8 episodes or 9 episodes for the first season.
And that's like 12 hours
and
of material right there.
And there's supposed to be another, a second season.
Yeah.
So it's basically, I guess it's a series now based off of the video game The Last of Us, which is a game that is, the premise of it is essentially modern day now.
Apocalypse, basically.
Yeah, apocalypse, but in a way that was basically created in a lab, like all this other whack shit is.
Yep. It was made in Wuhan.
Yeah, like so. So a fungal virus attaches itself to the host, i.e., a human
Staph
being,
infection,
right, and makes them basically zombies, essentially. But like not in the way zombies look in other movies. It's like plants, not plants, but they got these like weird fungus growing out their head.
Yeah.
Anyway, I say that to say this: the show was made off of that, and anybody who knows about the video game probably watched the show already, or is in the process of. Pretty good, pretty fucking good. They did a good job of like matching.
You don't think they go a little crazy with all the zombie shows? Like I get that it's based on a game and like.
Well, I mean the game
had a huge following and I get all that, but like there's a lot of like they did the Walking Dead. They did like 19 zombie movies. They just do a lot of zombie things.
I think this is so far better than any of the Walking Dead I watched.
Even with your boy?
What?
Your boy Offerman?
So there is a funny. I just don't know.
They had a Brokeback scene type of thing.
Listen, I don't remember in the game how their relationship was, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So watch episode 3 and you tell me what you thought and if it was actually true to the game because I don't remember that part.
I would like to say that
I don't remember that part, Pinky.
Yeah, I don't
remember that part. But if it was cool, if it's not, it still didn't. Honestly, it was a really good show. Good story still, nonetheless. But either way, just watch it. Show me your own thoughts.
Show them your thoughts.
Show me your thoughts. But no, it was definitely a pretty good show. I got a couple more left, so I'm gonna check that out. Probably I'm gonna go home and watch one of those episodes.
Right.
You're.
No, I was I'm still rewatching That 70 Show right now. It's just like my background noise.
My background is currently Friends because and the only reason is because I have.
You don't have to explain it to me. I like Friends.
No, I can. There's other shows I want to watch, but
I'm not gonna judge you for your TV preferences unless it's like Real Housewives or something.
No, we have a DVD player. We like. I know it's funny, but that's how we watch TV in our bedroom. But it's usually we'll just throw on a box set of something. So right now we're running through the box set of Friends.
So people still have DVD players.
We do.
You guys should disconnect it, put some bubble wrap around it, hold on to it for a couple of years. No,
we're
be worth some money
just
one
gonna
day.
use it. But I did just find a way to. I just reconnected the Google Chrome. I think I left one over here too. Google Chrome, a Chromecast. Sorry, and I've been able to stream from my phone to it, which is cool. I could do that with Netflix, but nothing really on Netflix I want to watch just right now. So we'll see.
I feel you. Yeah, there's a few series that I was like waiting to come back. I was watching Upshaws and shit.
Upshaws. What's Upshaws?
Mike Epps.
Oh, I did see that actually. I did see that. I seen the preview for that.
It's not the greatest series, but it's all right. It's entertaining.
I seen some from him. He said ever since he got money, he's been buying like older homes in Indiana because he's from I think
Gary or
Indianapolis or some shit.
I would hate to say that I'm from
He's created
Indiana.
a lower income home housing, like they fixed them up, and so that's pretty cool, man. Mike Epps is pretty dope. I fuck with Epps.
Yeah, and then he got like Dom Kennedy is like his boy, works in the garage with him.
But Dom Kennedy's from L.A.
I'm talking about in the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wanda Sykes is in it. It's cool little show. It's just not. It's not like the greatest, but
there's a lot of TV nowadays, man. You gotta pick and choose what you're gonna watch.
It's true.
That's all it is.
It's true.
But like so I got my my reimagined threes quickly. So what happened was, I think I said it, somehow, some way, Nike accidentally charged me for expedited shipping. Yo, honestly, I might just do that every time.
Like,
that shit came on. That shit came on Tuesday. I was like, fucking right. I swear to God. So
It's those people. It's those.
I'll say this: they're a good looking shoe. They're a good looking shoe. They're big as fuck. Right?
How similar are they to the Tinker Hatfield?
Tinker's got a Nike sign on them, right?
But it says Nike on the side. Like,
Doesn't have the Nike check.
It does. It does. But like underneath.
No, I'm saying like the Nike check on the side of the shoe.
Has, yeah.
That doesn't have that.
Interesting.
Like if you look, it doesn't have it. It doesn't have a Nike sign like that. It has it on the back tag.
I mean, I can only see one side of the shoe, you know. So.
No, you can't. You can see that side and the other side.
Oh yeah, because this side he has it.
Yeah, worse. But the back tab has Nike Air, but no, it's really nice. The materials are pretty decent. The aged look on the white is cool. It's kind of like
like a tumbled
like
leather.
No, it's not tumbled. It's because the side is like the four kind of painted, so they made it more of like a sail, if you will. It's good. I like it. Heavy. I've never had a pair of threes before. Size 12 looks giant, but I'm sure it's gonna fit pretty snug.
I mean, 12 is a pretty big shoe, you know. That's the reason why these boxes cost so much, because I have to get boxes that fit the 12s.
I mean, I just bought. How much did those cost a piece?
Well, I bought them at different points, and the price has gone up.
So how much would one
So
average
the
cost?
first, I bought there in packs of 10 at the Container Store. So the first time I got one, I think it was like $36. And
that's not bad.
And the most recent time, it was like $58. Something like that. It went up.
Well, you don't need none for right now. You haven't bought any kicks in a minute.
Nah, but I do have gift cards and whatnot.
Yeah, I've been wondering when you're gonna spend. I'd have been bought them some shit off of that.
I don't know.
I've bought the Gorge Greens and canceled them like twice. Like I don't want them. I don't want them. Actually, did you hear that there was that glitch on Nike where the Air Force One was $66 plus tax? Right? For some reason, there was that discount. So I followed this guy, Peep My Sneaks, right?
I bet you he has a lot of foot fetish followers.
Dude, no, he's got a lot of this guy.
They're like, I'll peep your sneaks.
Peep My Kicks. I forget what it is. Peep My Kicks, I think. Anyway, he's got like a lot of fucking sneakers, like sneakerhead from whatever. So he's got all sorts of crazy shit, like hype beast stuff, all the Supreme shit. But now he has a food truck in New York called the Bodega Truck, I think it's called, and he does like chopped cheese. Which if we go to New York, I'm gonna try to find him. But
I like
he was
cheese.
talking about how he ordered 6 pairs, right, or 5, or I forget.
How you do that? Oh, you got bots?
No, on the Nike wipe, it's just Nike app. Like it's literally just a website. Like it wasn't like
You could just put 5.
Yeah. It's not like sneakers where you can only order one. So he tried to order them, right? And for everybody, they canceled the order apparently. So he said he started to argue like, why'd you cancel my order? Da da da. Nike was saying that that at one point they said that he canceled it, like so they fulfilled the request to cancel it. Then they were like, well, we'll give you like a 20% discount, and then there were a whole bunch of things, right? And then 2 days later, a box shows up. They refunded his money, and all of that, and they sent the shoes.
Nice. It's like what happened with my TV.
Yeah, that is true.
It's dope. I like when glitches happen in my favor.
Man, I've always wanted something to happen like where I tried to get a shoe on sneakers and it says you didn't got them.
And then I got them.
But they didn't charge me. I always hope for that. Or you know what I always hope for is where like the shoe didn't come yet, right? And it said, or when the shoes arrived and it doesn't say arrived and it says still shipped, and I'm like, well, maybe a second pair is coming. That never happens either.
No. We should rip up the hardwood and see if there's carpet under here.
It's never that way. That's never the case. Dude, I swear to God, I do want to buy another. I've kind of gone a little bit. Well, not really, because there's people that buy shoes a lot. But for the last fiscal year for me has been I've been buying some sneakers.
That's dope. The last 2 pairs I got were those blue Dunks and then them low top 11s. And that was like a year and a half probably.
I think, you know what I want?
And they're both white and blue.
They have the gold 97s. And I want the silver. I want the silver. The silver bullet ones too as well. They got, but you got to catch them when they restock on Nike.
Only certain color. You know, the 97 I really care for. Same with the 95. And some of that
95s.
Shit, you know?
But no, they got a pair of. Well, actually, I was gonna say Nike. They restock like a lot of shoes overnight randomly. Like some nights when I have to those overnight like shits where you have to wake up at like 3. Like fuck, that's because I ate all that food last night.
That happens.
Dude, it's the worst. You got to fight it, but sometimes it's no fight. You're just like, all right, if I keep letting them fly like this, it's not gonna end up well. So I got to get to that toilet. Right, just wash out for that warm whoosh of water.
There's a warm whoosh coming out of my toilet, man. We're gonna have issues.
But I sometimes go on Nike's app, like while I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, look at they restocked that, and I don't really purchase them. I think one day it's gonna take for the Gorge Greens and the True Blues to go to 115, and I'll cop them.
If Nike wants to take their shit to a whole nother level, man, they just got to release a Nike credit card.
Yo, I'm surprised they ain't do that yet.
I don't know why they didn't. A lot of places doing that shit. But thank you for not doing that.
That's a crazy ass idea.
I don't want no more debt. No.
Hell no. That being said,
yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Dude. We're keeping it a tight schedule in recording, so that this way we can bring you 4K definition. You know.
Yep.
And if you don't like that, it was too fucking bad. You know. That's how we're doing things. So once you have your crew of people start subscribing to us, that we can give you a little bit more, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Until then, my computer has limits.
Unfortunately, it does.
Yeah.
I got a little laugh skills.
Thank you for tuning in. If you did indeed tune in and get to this point of the show, you know, we appreciate y'all. This has been Kasson Avenue. And we're still trying to decide what the name change is going to come to. We're trying to play with the algorithms and whatnot, you know. But this has been episode number 173, in the technically third iteration of the show.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
It won't be the last.
If you are a man out there watching this, create a YouTube account with your girl and have her subscribe. And then vice versa, you know.
Yeah, just run them numbers up.
Do that, you know, and yeah, we'll just keep coming at you with more shit. Y'all keep watching, man. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.